Are you looking for strategies to help your child produce the L correctly? Well, in this video, we'll talk about speech therapy techniques that I use that have been very effective in helping children produce the L. One of them is to talk about tongue placement and anatomy. We're going to pretend this is the tongue. So you can cue your child and use something like Play-Doh. We molded the shape of a tongue. We talk about the tongue tip, the body, and the back of the tongue. We talk about elevating, lifting the tongue tip to be behind our teeth. Now, it's very hard for some children to visualize, to actually understand our cues, so I like to use puppets. One great tool is to always use a visual representation of what you're trying to explain. So here we have a dragon, lady dragon. So we talk about behind the teeth, there's this bumpy part, and that's where we want your tongue tip to be placed. So we lift the tongue, and we place it right behind the teeth, touching that bumpy part. We can always talk about the alveolar ridge as the bumpy part. So lift the tongue, place it behind the teeth, and hold it. Hello. So many times children will try that. However, they are also rounding the lips. So they say whittle instead of little. Now, to cue the lips to smile, I hear a lot of therapists and parents meaning well. You tell them smile, now say your L. Well, we don't really talk that way. Don't cue the smile. I like to say pull the lips back. We do our L-shaped fingers. And we stretch that sound. By elongating that sound, holding it, and moving the fingers, we don't have to be telling the child to smile. We just say, ugh. And they see a visual cue, so they together will stretch that out. You can also use these little wiggly, stretchy bands that you find at the Target or the Dollar Tree. Ugh. Ugh. Again, this is stretching out the sound while the sides of the lip move sideways. Ugh. Another good thing I sometimes use is to show them the W. Lips are rounded. I also have cue cards. The W. Whoa! Look at those lips. Wheelchair. Whittle or little. This is another cue card. The L is singing. Tongue tip up. La la la. La la la. So you can also work on auditory discrimination. Now, if your child is not able to hear the difference between a W and a it's less likely that they're going to be able to produce it and imitate it. So let's work on them identifying. Thumbs up for little, thumbs down for whittle. And you as the adult, you say the words and you play around with it. Little, whittle. So, and the child is able to be the teacher and he coaches you if you said it right or wrong instead of you always telling them that they did it wrong. Another thing I like to use are always visual representations of the actual letter. So the letter, the L, they get to see it, the W, the difference, and I also carry these tiny little letters that you can find in those Scrabble games to show them little, or what's another word? Lazy, lift the tongue tip up, la la la. Now, if your child's very young, you can also use something more fun like instruments, la la la, la 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 la, la 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 la. You want lots of repetitions. So those are some good things you can do. Now you can slowly move up to difficulty in word clusters like the word close, or in the middle position like in the word Sally. So if you don't have high-tech stuff, just use note cards, write the word, and together do many repetitions. Now in order to create a new motor pattern, the brain and all the muscles of the mouth have to repeat a sound many times before we get it right, between 100 to 1,000 repetitions. So make it fun. So we practice Sally or close. They see my hand movements, they see the gesture, and then slowly you can just hold it out, sa, and let your child finish the utterance. Now, if you have a mirror, this works great because the child can look at their tongue. La la la, la 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 la. And you could work. Did you feel? Where did you place your tongue? Was the tip up? Was it back? So I recommend mirrors. I recommend using actual letters and representations of the sound you're working on, and also tactile cues and puppets to show correct placement. And I also love to use books to promote literacy. And they have our target sounds, such as Silly Sally. Silly Sally went to town walking backwards upside down. And here the child is not repeating, they're just listening. I have another great book, Silly Tilly. And then consonant clusters, Splat the cat. Notice how I hold out the L a little bit longer, Splat. And initial little raccoon. Now you're going to be using these words over and over during the story, so that's a great way for the child to remember, to hear. And every once in a while, maybe you could pretend and mess it up and call it Sowie. Wait a minute, I forgot to use my tongue tip up L. Sowie, Sally. And like that, they see you struggle. So they realize you're also human, you make mistakes. Keep it fun, keep it engaging, use literacy. If you don't have anything that you have tactile, I like to use a dry erase marker, and then we can draw the tongue tip and the teeth that goes behind. These are, pardon my drawing. You can also work on the words. So our first word would be love or like. So you could write anything. I hope some of those tips were helpful and that you can use them in your next therapy session or with your child at home to help promote them to say the L. Hasta luego. La la la. La la la. Bye, friends.